Hey everyone, in this video we will go through a simple mQuery code. So we're just going to start exploring mQuery, but wanted to take you through a simple mQuery code and how it looks like. So M is a data mashup language which sits in Power Query, and any code that you do basically follows the same pattern. So you have let, where you define all the steps. So think as all of the transformations are defining your connection, then you're transforming all the data. So all of that happens in the let clause, and in the in clause is the final step. So like variable name. So that's what this one. So let me just copy this. It's not going to be so. And then the last step is this. So that's what you're displaying. So, and it follows a pattern. So we'll go through that as well as an example. So to create an mQuery in the advanced editor, you will follow this basic step. Create a series of query formula steps that start with the let statement. Each step, so like we were discussing, so start with the let statement. Each step is defined by a step variable name. An M variable can include spaces by using the hash character as a step. So you have to use this hash and then the step name. And that's how you would reference it. So if there's a space after step, so like for example, I'm using step space name. So then it has to be, you have to have a hash and then you have to have double quotes and then the name of the step. A formula step can be a custom formula. Note that mQuery is case sensitive. Each query step formula builds upon a previous step, and output of the step is the final one. And generally the last query step is used as the final result. So we'll build something and we'll learn that. I have something here with me. So you can see I'm building a table. So I'm saying orders is a table which uses this function called table.fromRecords. And I'm giving it, so this one is like one, this one's another record, and this one's the third record. And it again, after we've defined the record, it falls into curly braces and then we close the brackets. Then the next step is we capitalize each word. And so we are using the previous, so we are using the function table.transform columns. We're using the previous step, which is orders. We are saying this column, convert this to text.proper. And in the end, finally we are showing this step. So we'll build that. I'll just copy this for now. And let me bring some stuff out as well. So I'll bring this, but what I want to use is I want to use table.fromRecords. So let's go and say table.fromRecords Power Query. And it's a function. So I just want to take you through the function that I'm using, so it makes sense. So it says, converts records, a list of records, into a table. So you create a table from records using this, and this is the example. So it's given example. So I'm pretty much piggybacking off this. So let me just copy this, and we will just. I've got the Power Query editor open here with me. So I'll just on the left hand side. So essentially what I had was the Power BI desktop. I hit the transform data tab. It opened Power Query editor for me. So that's where I am. I click, do a right click. I say new query, and I'll just use a blank query. So now you can see it's applied a step. So source, I'll click the advanced editor. And this is giving me, so you can see let source, and then it's showing the source. So we'll just put our code here. So we are saying, hey, let's create a table. We've got order ID, customer ID, item, and price, and we are just converting it, and then we're showing this as an output. So done. So if I hit done now, you can see it's created a table for us, and it's capitalized the first character of each of these words. So let me open the code again. So you can see it's capitalized that. So bike was lowercase, cap, t-shirt. Now, so I can also show this one. So essentially what it said was, you normally, because you've done all your transformations, you show the last step, but you can also, nothing stopping you from showing this. So done. And you can see now that it's all lowercase, and that's what it was. And that's not what we were after. So what we were after is something completely different, which is this. So capitalize each word. So we'll just use that. I'm going to show as the final output. Done. Now let's say I don't want the customer ID, I'll just remove it. So you'll see it will remove that and add that as a step in our let clause. So we'll go back and have a look. So I've removed this, and my final output is this. So if I go into the advanced editor, you can see it created this table till here, then it capitalized each word using this step, and then it removed a column, so it referenced the previous step, and then removed this column customer ID. Now let's say I don't want to use a hash. Maybe I know. So now this is a problem because it says you can't use if you have spaces, you have to have a double quotes and a hash before that. So I've used that, but then but I also have to use this. So I'll copy this and paste this here. So there's no syntax issue for me. The moment I add a space, it becomes a problem. So let's go back and I'll hit done. And you can see it's just going to replace that step. Nothing else has changed. So in this video, what we've essentially learned is a simple M query, like how it looks like. So you've got steps. So this is the first step. Then you reference the previous step. In the next step, you make your changes. Then the next step would reference the one before that. So this step, and so on and so forth. So let me just open this again and we'll go through it. So for example, with this one, this is our first step. Then this one references this orders, and then this one references this, which is the previous step. So you're sort of building it, and in the end you say, hey, this is what it is, and this is what I'm after. So I'm just going to, and then if I hit close and apply, this data would become available to me. So M query is a very powerful language, and I think it's great if you spend time learning it. A lot of stuff you can do with the GUI, and I recommend if you're a beginner just going ahead with the GUI. But even if you don't, let's say you get better at it, it is quite powerful to play with this. So now you can see that data set is now available to me. So in this video, just to recap, we covered a simple M query code, and then we covered the steps and how it flows and how the transformation happens. It starts with the let, and inside the let you put all your transformations, and after the in you put the final step out. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you would like me to take any specific topics. Cheers, bye.